In the rancid, humid depths of Project Rosebud, a sprawling black site Warren clawed into the bedrock miles beneath the Nevada desert. The atmosphere was a choking soup of chemical sweetness and rot. Every breath carried the overpowering reek of synthetic strawberry lube, industrial bleach, fresh semen, and the sharp metallic bite of spilled blood. The corridors glowed with sickly pink neon tubes that pulsed like engorged veins. Walls were upholstered in quilted satin the exact shade of swollen, dripping cunt lips. Hidden vents hissed clouds of aerosolized estrogen, synthetic oxytocin, and custom hallucinogens that melted higher thought into warm, throbbing submission. Alex had once been a weapon, 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds of lean, scarred muscle forged in Black Ops kill zones, cock thick and heavy from years of testosterone-fueled aggression. That man was erased the moment they dragged him in. They strapped him naked to the surgical table, ankles locked in cold steel stirrups that wrenched his legs obscenely wide, cock and balls presented upward like a ritual sacrifice. The surgeons wore glossy pink scrubs and mirrored visors that reflected his terrified face back at him. They began with the castration, scalpel slicing clean through the scrotum, the severed sac dropping into a stainless tray with a wet, meaty slap. Blood jetted in hot spurts while the intravenous cocktail turned excruciating pain into a sickening, full-body throb of pleasure. His cock, traitorous, spurted a final, useless load across his abs before they inverted it. Penile skin was meticulously flayed, inverted, and stitched into slick, hypersensitive inner labia that glistened under the lights. The glans was reshaped into a fat, protruding clit that twitched at the slightest breeze. Massive saline silicone hybrid implants were forced into his chest through incisions under each pec. The skin stretched taut until angry blue veins mapped across the obscene, bolt-on tits now heaving on his ribcage. Puffy pink nipples, permanently erect from hormone saturation, were pierced with weighted silver barbells that tugged deliciously with every breath. Estrogen and growth serums flooded his system in burning torrents. Over weeks his pelvis cracked and widened with audible pops. His ass ballooned into a fat, heart-shaped cushion that jiggled when he walked. Lips were injected with collagen until they stayed parted in a permanent, glossy pout perfect for sucking cock. Every follicle below the eyebrows was lasered away. Skin powdered with iridescent glitter that sparkled under the pink lights like cum drying on flesh. They dressed her for constant torment, a crotchless pink latex bodysuit that squeezed her new cut lips outward so they flowered like wet petals, a sheer baby doll nightie so short her plump-ass cheeks flashed with every step, seamed stockings clipped to garters that bit deep into soft thighs, 6-inch clear platform heels that forced her to totter like a desperate whore. Mirrors lined every wall, every ceiling, every floor panel, forcing her to watch herself drip, blush, and beg. The MK Ultra-derived serums finished the psychological destruction. Pain receptors rewired to orgasm. Humiliation receptors rewired to arousal. Within a month she was crawling unprompted to the observation window, pressing her swollen tits against the glass, whimpering in a breathy little girl voice, "Please, Daddy, your little pink slut needs cock so bad." The enforcers were chemically mutated monsters. Johan de Metzeler, blonde Dutch veteran, 6 feet 4 inches, 290 pounds of veiny, overpumped beef, walked like a walking HGH overdose. Biceps thicker than most men's quads, chest striated and glistening with sweat, abs like cobblestones under paper-thin skin. His 14-inch cock, permanently semi-hard from experimental implants, leaked thick, musky pre-cum in constant strands that swung between tree-trunk thighs. Denny Krut, ex-33-degree Freemason, matched him pound for pound, his skin etched with glowing occult brands that pulsed when he was aroused. They took her for hours on end in the pink integration chamber, one cock slamming her throat until mascara ran in black rivers and spit frothed down her chin, the other reaming her dripping cunt or asshole in brutal alternating strokes. They choked her delicate neck until her vision went spotty pink, then unloaded rope after thick rope of steroid-bloated cum across her face, tits, and tongue until she looked like a used-up glazed donut. Then Angerfist arrived. Danny Massling thought he was playing an exclusive underground set. Instead they flooded his veins with the final, infernal serum. His body convulsed as horns tore through his cracked hockey mask in geysers of black blood. Muscles hypertrophied further, skin splitting along delts and quads to reveal glowing crimson runes underneath. His cock mutated into a 16-inch, black-veined monstrosity. Ridged, flared, perpetually dripping burning pre that sizzled sweetly inside her. He used her like disposable meat. Massive fists hammered her ribs until bruises bloomed purple-black across pale skin. Claws raked bloody furrows down her back and ass, crimson rivulets soaking pink lace. He choked her one-handed while hate-fucking her raw, her swollen cut lips dragged inside out with every withdrawal, blood and grow cum whipping into pink froth around his shaft. When he came it was cataclysmic. Gallons of scalding, thick seed hosed straight into her unprepared womb, overflowing in viscous rivers that pooled warm beneath her ass on the saturated satin sheets. The ultimate ritual was the death match. A circular pit ringed by pink velvet ropes, floor already slick with old gore. Knives, chains, broken bottles scattered like toys. Johann, Denny, and the possessed Angerfist, all towering blonde Dutch freaks now, muscles so bloated veins looked ready to rupture, glowing runes blazing, faced off naked, cock swinging heavy and rigid between thighs like bridge cables. The carnage was immediate and animal. Fists caved faces. Teeth ripped throats. Johann gouged Denny's eye out with a thumb, the orb bursting like an overripe grape in a spray of vitreous fluid. Denny answered by seizing Johann's balls and crushing until they popped wetly between his fingers. Angerfist waded through them like a juggernaut, stomping skulls into the floor, snapping spines with casual twists. When the dust settled, Johann and Denny lay in ruined heaps, skulls stove in, limbs bent at impossible angles, cock still oozing final death spurts of cum. Angerfist, drenched head to toe in gore, grabbed Lila by the hair and dragged her from her frilly cage. Her tattered pink dress hung in shreds, massive tits bouncing, reconstructed cunt already drooling clear strings of desperate arousal. He flung her face down across the still warm corpses, blood soaking instantly into the lace between her thighs. He mounted her without preamble, one savage thrust splitting her open, 16 inches of rich demon cock battering through her bruised cervix into the surgically implanted, hyperfertile womb beyond. She screamed hoarse, squirting involuntarily around the invasion, heels scrabbling against his back as she wrapped her legs around his waist. "Breed me, master, pump me full, make me swell with your babies," she babbled through tears, drool, and blood. He rutted like an engine of destruction, each thrust bruising deeper, the flared head kissing the mouth of her womb on every stroke. His grapefruit-sized balls slapped wetly against her ass, churning audibly with overload. When climax hit, his entire body locked, runes flaring white-hot, as he unleashed torrent after torrent of thick, black-veined cum straight into her uterus. The volume was obscene. Her belly distended visibly, a sloshing, rounded bulge under glittered skin as seed overflowed in creamy red geysers around his buried shaft. He finally withdrew with a filthy, sucking pop, her ruined hole gaping, farting cum and blood in rhythmic pulses onto the corpses below. Lila collapsed fetal in the cooling gore, one trembling hand cradling her already inseminated womb, the other scooping thick globs of demonic seed from her cunt to suck greedily from glittered fingers, eyes rolled back in total, broken bliss. In the endless, throbbing pink glow of Project Rosebud, Lila was complete, surgically perfected, psychologically shattered, constantly dripping, and now heavily pregnant with whatever hellspawn had taken root. Forever lost in horny, submissive ecstasy, craving only the next brutal violation in her candy-coated, cum-soaked nightmare,